do your comment after each food label about that. That is good. What is good of this food? Not good of this food, and which we need to how much can we eat that food a day? Okay, 5 foods like milk, cheese, snack, biscuit, everything in the supermarket. Okay, so we finish. Just hours.
So, do you have any questions?
Yeah.
Any question?
Quý vị ngồi chỉ nói gì cái này? Have you ever had a patient about that they want to be bodybuilding? Yeah. Athlete. Yeah.
No, because I'm a pediatrician, but I can help you if you have any question about this. I can explain to you. So, what question about bodybuilding?
Yeah, bodybuilding. Because I want to
Increase your muscle.
increase my muscle bigger. Yeah. But I think I do a lot of exercise every day, and but in
Not satisfied you. Not satisfied.
yeah,
You still
because
not satisfied.
I'm not satisfied
Which
with
part of your body?
my muscle. Yeah.
Which part of your body that you are not, you still not satisfied? Which part?
My muscle.
Muscle what? Which muscle?
Our muscle. Yeah. All.
Oh,
I can help on this one. I can help. Let me jump in to the main things ahead now. So I have a hobby thing. So she can talk about nutrition, I can talk about the bodybuilding perspective.
you do gym?
Yeah.
You do gym?
I do gym, but my style is different than his style. His style is he wants to go bigger, right? My style is lean.
Lean.
Lean and fit.
Lean fit.
Lean fit and stamina. I don't work on muscle, I work on stamina. So I have few questions I want to ask you about this one. How much kilocalorie do you eat every day?
I haven't count. I haven't count my calories, but I think I eat a lot of them.
Okay, so first, it's a red flag. Second red flag, I'm going to ask you another one. How much fiber do you take every day?
Fiber.
Yeah.
I think I eat a lot of fibers.
But how much?
How much?
So now you start to count.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So okay, so you don't know this one. Okay. Third thing, how many kilocalorie do you burn every day?
Calorie.
Yeah.
Burns. Calorie. I don't know because
Okay.
I go to gym.
Okay.
And I
Okay.
watch the
3 red flags. So I ask you 3 questions. All of them are red flags. Okay.
Yeah.
4. I mean that's why you're not getting bigger.
yeah.
4. What is your body fat composition? What is your percentage of body fat you have right now?
14%.
14% fat. How many percent of muscles? 14.
Fat.
14.
14.
Only boom.
14.
14. Okay.
1 4.
Okay, I want
Okay.
14.
Okay, this is a good food. Okay, this is good.
Yeah.
This is good.
Very
This
good.
is good. And the last one, what is your percentage of muscle you have in your body right now?
I remember this is about 60 to 65%.
So look, you have been losing, you're gaining muscle so
Yeah.
far, but you did something like a random thing. You just go and like hit the thing,
Yeah.
and you try to get bigger, and you already got a bit of muscle for that.
Yeah.
But now you want to go next level. To go to the next level, what you need to do is you need to start measuring what you eat, what you burn,
Yeah.
what's an amount of carb you're taking. So now I think what you need to do is you need to maintain your nutrition very carefully, very carefully. I mean, one of the things I don't like to get bigger because you gotta maintain serious amount of food
Yeah.
and lifestyle and gym work.
Yeah.
It's if you don't do the gym, you're going to lose.
Yeah.
I mean, your muscle going to be smaller. Because you know how to get bigger muscle. It's about push your or fiber in your muscle and push through more blood through it, so it's gonna get bigger. So that's that process, and I don't really like it, so I don't do it. I like lean thing.
Yeah.
So the thing you cannot measure, the thing cannot you see, the thing you cannot measure, the thing you cannot improve. So now you are in that stage. You already like not average builder. Look at this, your biceps are pretty big already. So you need to start measuring everything. Perfectly measuring. You need to do documentations, how much you do. So you need to intake. So now if you want me to advise you, the best way to advise you will be for you need to measure all of them, show me the report, and then I will advise you in the program. Bring up your next report, do all this kind of thing. So you know, how old are you? How old are you now? 19? 20?
18.
18.
My own is 24 years old.
24 years old. What's your height?
180.
118. What's your weight?
80.
18.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. So 18. So with your thing, you are with your muscle, you are consuming almost 2,700 roughly kilocalorie just to sustain yourself. So I think you're probably the biggest problem is you are not taking enough carbohydrate, most likely. You are not just not eating enough. I mean, not eating means fat and unsaturated fat. You really need to take saturated fat, and you really need to hit on that. And you need to take more fiber, most likely. So bring up your how much kilocalorie you take every day, how much saturated fat into it, how much unsaturated fat into it. You just log down everything you do for 1 week. Put in an Excel file, write down whatever you eat into that. Do not change anything, just keep it natural for 7 days. Then we will do it and put in an Excel file, and we'll do an average of sum and average by 7 days, and then you will see how much kilocalorie and protein and thing you're taking into it, and bring it to me. I will look into it and I will give you an exact plan why you are not getting that. But most likely my suspicion right now, you are not simply not taking enough carbohydrate and carb. If you take enough carb and unsaturated fat, you're gonna get better, and probably you have some lifestyle issues. Do you sleep late? When do you sleep every day?
Sleep every day?
Yeah.
I sleep about 7 hours.
When do you go to bed?
So late, yeah.
This is you just answered it. You gotta sleep early. You wanna get bigger, you really need to sleep on time. Maybe by 11 you should be sleeping. Maybe at 10 you should be sleeping. You gotta wake up and beat the sun. You can wake up at 4 a.m. And you can go for a heating gym up at 4 a.m. and 4 to 6 you can get it up back to work, and you can study. So what you're studying right now in late night, you can do it in early morning, and after gym could be even more productive for you. So to have a big bodybuilding, it's a very focused, and you really need to do it every day. And how much water do you drink every day?
I drink about 5
How much is this one?
About 1
liter?
1,000 milliliters.
So 1 liter. So you drink 5. You sure? Every day you drink 5.
Yeah.
So it's okay. So the water intake is good. So the process of bodybuilding is this. If you don't go to the toilet every 3 hours, if you don't go to the toilet every 3 hours, you are not taking enough water. You should drink that amount of water. So make sure that every 3 hours you go to the toilet.
Exactly, yeah.
Otherwise, you are not drinking enough water. So bring up this report, and I will show it to you. And another thing is, how many type of exercise do you do? How many times do you work out per week?
6 days a week.
6 days a week. How many times per day?
1 hour to 1 hour to 2 hours. It depends on which muscles I want to gain on that day.
So you do 1.5 hours every day. How many times?
How many times?
How many times? 1 time, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is another thing. So now you're already getting out of the normal zone. Maybe one time workout is not enough. You need to go for second round a day. The second thing is reps. Reps is very important. You should be taking reps to kill yourself. If you think that, oh, I can do one more rep, one more time, that means you are not actually pushing yourself. So if you do 10 reps, let's say you're bringing 25 kilo in your bicep, and you do 10 times already. First thing, it's not good because you're already at 10. That means you are not training to make it bigger. You're training it to you just make it to lean, like what I did. My reps are normally 15 reps. So if you're doing your push-ups, so if you can do 10 reps already and you think that I can do more, so you're going lean, it's not getting bigger. You need to put more weight on top of your back. Maybe tell it or someone to sit on top of you, and then you do reps. You should not be doing any reps more than 7 times. Your bicep, if you want to make your bicep bigger, your reps have to be so heavy. After 7 times, you feel like, I cannot do it anymore, it's finished. That means the right way to have. And one more thing is, today you're doing for 1 week, let's say 20 kilos in your 100 bicep. After 1 week, if you're next week you are still doing 20 kilo, means you're not getting bigger, you're staying the same. So next week you should be taking 24 or 23. And if you kill yourself after 5 reps, it's okay. Next day you try to go 6. Push to go to 6. If you go to 6, push to go to 7. So this is one tip. The second tip is do not try to take a lot of rounds of reps. Your reps should be, one exercise should be 3 rounds. Because basically after 3 rounds you should think, oh my god, I can't do it. I'm dead. That means it's good. That means good. That means you actually maximized your thing. If you're doing 4 rounds of reps, it's not good. You should be done with 3 reps. So you should be taking enough heavy and doing this one. And the third thing, the gaps between 2 reps shouldn't be more than 30 seconds. If you're taking 45 seconds, it's okay. If you're doing for 1 minute, horrible. You go to the gym, you see most of the guys take a rap, and then like open the phone and then play for 5 minutes, having some water. Finish. It's not gonna work. It's done. Your exercise round should be not more than 30 minutes. Now you're working out 1.5 hours. You are not getting bigger. You are actually training yourself to be lean. Your exercise round should be 30 minutes. And you do too hard. After 30 minutes, you're like, oh my god, I'm dead. So that means you actually killed it. Because the body way this exercise works, like first 30 minutes is the maximum time you can use in your body. After that, body is an amazing machine. Like this is made by human. Okay? This is stupid. But what is this? This is built by a God. So this is an amazing machine. And you guys like a doctor or pharmacist out there one, you know how amazing this one is. Just think about the amount of virus and bacteria we have. We should be dying every 1 hour. How do we survive here? How do we survive here? I mean, our body has so amazing machine we can survive. So the body is so amazing that when you pushing your body, it also has the power to, okay, so it's so smart, it find out, no, I'm not gonna work hard anymore. Shift the calories, shift the mechanism, shift the metabolism, reduce the metabolism, control the heartbeats, and get used to it. So first 30 seconds is the golden time. After, what is you doing after 30 minutes? Your exercise, when you exercise start, first 30 minutes is the golden time. After 30 minutes, what is happening? Body getting used to it. Body is an amazing machine. It just like find the way, find the metabolism, find the heartbeat rate, control the brain. Many things, they just like go move to the power setting mode. Because body wants to survive. It's built to survive. Body just wants to survive. So that's why even you put a new organ in your body just want to reject that one, even if it's needed, because they think that it's coming from outside. I don't want it in my system. Even so, when somebody doing an organ transplantation, takes the dose for organ. Even you change the lens of your eye, you have to put steroid for like 3 to 6 months of time to make it. No, don't throw it out. It's a good lens. We need this one to watch, but still, body want to kick it out. So the body is built to survive, and body is to go to live with lowest amount of energy consumption. Alright? So use a 30-minute, hit it up to your best, and you should be thinking that, oh my god, I cannot do it anymore. I'm done. So that means you did a great workout. So do it for now. Your duration of exercise down to 1.5 hours, you say, down to 45 minutes, and maybe 45 minutes, and reduce the reps gap. 2 exercise gap shouldn't be more than 1 minute. If you try for 1 month, next month you try to bring it to 45 seconds. Next month you move it to 30 seconds, and then you move to 15 seconds, and then you reduce the exercise durations. Then you don't do it 1 hour anymore, 1.5 hours. You do it 30 minutes, but you do 2 times per day. 1 time in the morning, 1 time in the evening. If you do this one and you put your nutrition and do the right fooding, which I will do it for you, you're gonna get big. In 3 months you will have Hercules butt. But I'm telling you one thing. I don't really like big muscle thing, because the one reason is if you start exercising, it's not sustainable. You need to work out more. But yeah, it's still good. Feel more confident. Some girls like that as well too. Not all. Some girls scared of it, but some girls like it. So yeah, you can attract them. And I think it's also make you confident, I guess. It can make you very confident in front of even with other men when you are big, right? Okay, cool. Go on. Let's give it an ask her, or you can ask me too as well.
I think I will do the meeting, the whole meeting.
Yeah.
Personal trainer.
He's a student. I will recommend him to be.
And
What about if we want to be?
You want to be lean?
Yeah.
Okay. So that is exactly what I do.
You are doing now.
But I have a very big belly.
Okay. You have big belly?
it's worthwhile.
How much? Okay. Do you take milk tea? Do you drink milk tea?
Milk tea.
Milk tea?
No, I
Green
don't
tea.
drink milk tea. I drink milk.
Do you milk? Full cream or half cream?
With just lady milk is just normal.
Full cream.
So it's a full cream milk, and it has sugar as well too. How many times do you drink?
In the morning and in afternoon.
Sugar. This is why you have to be famous. Oh, really? So just this thing every day you do. So go to the supermarket and check the sugarless milk. There's a lot of sugar. Milk has 0 sugar. You take that one. And you, like me, what do you see this one? I count my steps. So this basically I count my steps. 3,600 since morning.
Is that exactly?
Yeah, it's correct. It's correct. Yeah. I already measured with different other machines to make sure that it's not a problem. It's very correct. Even if you can connect, measure my heartbeat, I measure with the doctor machine and see it, right? I think to be lean, I think you guys are not fat. Because when I was trying to be lean, I was seriously fat. I was 95 kilos of weight, and I reduced 25 kilos in 1 year of time. So it brought me to a serious truth, but you don't have to do it because you guys are already lean. But you need to do one thing. First thing is 0 sugar. Start living with 0 sugar. Get rid of sweet taste completely. And you need to look at your how much calorie you intake. You need to burn all of it. It's very important. It's going to impact your muscle. It's not going to make your muscle bigger. But you guys are girls. You don't want to have big muscle. You want big muscle. So with your height and weight, you need to have exact the same amount of calorie intake and burn. So that means if you are living, your body needs to survive with 2,000 or 1,700 calories. End of the day, you need to finish it off. So I can help you to make that plan. So let's do it in the next workshops. I will do a separate workshop to show you how things. But in terms of you guys, prepare the data. How much kilocalorie? What is your height? What's your weight? Talk about your food habit. Document from now to next 7 days. What is your breakfast? What is your lunch? What is your dinner? And we need to fix that one. When do you sleep? When do you wake up? It's very important. How much you rest is also important too. If you take any kind of other Do you drink juice?
No.
Do you drink juice? The juice is a killer thing. Forget drinking about juice. Juice is so much vitamin. Oh my god, everybody just go to the gym, hit it at the gym and then come with a big juice. It's terrible. Juice has fruits has the fiber. Fiber is a good thing. You have to eat the fiber. And when you make like a four, like when you're making one glass of orange juice, it contains 4 to 5 oranges. And orange has sugar in it. And you drink it. And this sugar comes to you and boosts your stomach. But when it comes to eating orange, you never eat more than 1 or 2. Never have 3. But with the juice, you drink 5. It has a lot of vitamin and protein, a lot of sugar as well. And your body doesn't need so much vitamin in one day. It all goes to urine and go out of your body. So why you're overdosing yourself with so many vitamin, but so many fat, which making you fat. Another big thing people always make a mistake is about saturated fat and unsaturated fat. People like having a good meal, having a good lunch, having a lot of rices, and like after 2 hours later, okay, there's a peanut. Oh, they're eating peanut too. It's unsaturated fat. It's not gonna make me fat. But this is a killer one because hang on, you just took a full lunch, which has rice, a lot of fat in it, and then 2 hours later you were eating a lot of peanuts. So, and your body already having a lot of fat in it, saturated and unsaturated. And for my case, I always say this: my body always burns the unsaturated fat. Unsaturated fat most, and store the saturated fat because it's easily to dissolve to your body. So body loves storing it. For me, it's always happened. So probably for you, it also happened to as well. So it keeps the saturated fat and burn the unsaturated fat because body thinks that it's going to lose, right? It's going to go out of your urine. And I like your body loves storing, surviving. So keep it. Unsaturated saturated fat, store it, you get fatter, and you burn that saturated fat and rest goes out of the urine. So even you're taking unsaturated fat, but if you're taking on top of your regular meal, you're gonna get fat. So don't get into that. Next one. Forward. Sure, you have an exam, right? Sure. Thank you very much. Good to see you in the next workshop. She has an exam. Video for? Oh, photo? You want to have a photo?
Okay.
Hey, come in, let's take a photo. She's going. Yeah. Otherwise you'll miss that. No, photo first. Let her go and we'll continue. Guys, come in.
Sorry, I didn't wear the uniform today.
You didn't receive the t-shirt, right? Oh my god, I have to give it to you. We're going to give it to you soon. How is your YouTube video? We have to talk about the assignment as well. She did that assignment. Jump in. 3.
Gender spy.
Why you don't go here?
Super. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so assignment will be for her very simple. She's going to give you one assignment for about the lecture topic. And for you guys, you will make the second video about what you have learned. Based on that one, you're going to make 3 tips in your video. So did you do the assignment 1?
Yeah.
Done? You should do it.
Already, and we
I haven't posted. I already finished. Like I've done
we didn't have to record, but we posted.
Go ahead, post it. What is stopping you? Look, in terms of the video, people always think about a big mistake. People think that, oh, I'm making a video, it has to be very professional, like a TV. I mean, that's why it's already wrong. Your video is not going to the TV. Your video is going to the social media. The social media, everything goes, it's like a natural, normal. So you don't have to be like a super background, super makeups, well dressed. No need. That's not social video. That's a TV video. So don't put that content on TV to push the social media. It's not gonna work. some people really do that mistake and put a lot of their time and finally they cannot even produce the video. So look, she already did the video.
Yes, I just say the word wrong and I just repeat it again
Nervous.
many times.
Yeah.
Okay, for this one I'm going to give you some tips. So sometimes when you put the camera in it and you talk in front of the camera, it makes you nervous. It's like, oh my god, it's recording. But actually when someone looking at you, it's also recording here as well too. It can be even like more dangerous because when you're telling me, I can ask you back immediately and break your script. But this one does not. But I have some tips for this one. When recording this one, sometimes you can use this way. You can talk to the camera or you can talk to the side. It's like taking from the side, like you're speaking to someone else and he's doing it. So when you're not looking at the camera, it makes you more comfortable. Or you can borrow a friend. You can sit down with your friend and you can talk to your friends and you're recording from the side. Let's say you are talking to him, she's talking to you. So when you're talking to him, it's your video. When he's talking to you, it's his video. Or you can borrow someone else. You have a lot of friends in the class.
I wouldn't think it's going to be that hard.
Yeah, you've been talking, it's going to be like a vlog.
Yeah.
How can you try to video about
About
Nutrition.
nutrition has to be a good nutritionist.
so you just talk about what you think about your brain. That's good. So now with my exercise, you can do it. You can record. You are going to the supermarket and you read the food label of that. You analyze the food label there, the nutrients in there. That's good.
Great video.
Easily and naturally.
So, yeah. So
When
like,
you record, you tell what you think and what do you do. It's going to make you nervous. So you can record what you are doing. This will be natural.
super. So first video you have done. The second video will be like a combined exercise what they say. You just walk to a convenience store, grab few stuff and you explain the food label. I think that would be very good video for helping a lot of people because none of the people, almost 90% people never look at the food label. Like even she didn't know, you don't even know that you are having full milk, full cream milk, which making your tummy bigger and you really want to reduce the tummy as well.
So as I talked to this week before you come, I think I will change the subject of the research.
Okay.
Because the second session you told me that we will talk about eating habits and health. So that is very
Theory.
theory
Very
and
specific.
not practice.
Okay.
So I will add the making meals back in that session. Because so the third session we will have the practice for them. After making meals plan later, they will make their plans and we will practice maybe diet.
Super. Okay.
It's okay.
Let's do it.
And what you want to focus there? It's been all night long. Maybe I will talk. I will introduce you about the diet to lose weight. Some diets now, that's what is popular now. For you to have a concept about that, what is good and not good. To use it very useful. Okay.
Yeah.
I think all of you look good. You have fit. So I can introduce you this do you know this website? The Big Week.
Yeah. I saw it. Yes. Helps.
This is from America. They don't have Vietnamese food. First, you can use it to have your calories a day. If you want to lose weight or maybe you set in here your goals, I put your section here, your birth in here, weight and height, and what do you want to your goals are to lose weight or gain weight in here. The velocity to lose weight, and then we will go to the take in the food diary. You will put what you eat. They will count the food there. In Vietnam, we just have the nuli, you know nuli.
Does this have an app on your mobile phone?
Yes. The Nuri app is from Phương Anh, Dr. Phương Anh from Mặt Phạm Ngọc Thạch in Washington. He combined with her friend who is a PT. IT mate and make this and find new link. Yeah, it's the icon movie. He put the calories and the macronutrients percent, yes, that's right, of the Vietnamese food together. She based on the code of